That particular nurse, I never got to thank her. I never got to tell her. And I often wonder about her. Does she realize that she possibly saved my baby's life? Hey, I'm Kelli Koski. I am a recruiter here at Atlas Med Staff, and I've been with the company a little over 2 years. My husband and I live in Atlanta, Georgia. We have 4 kids, Riley, Jack, Harper, and Cooper. Cooper was born in January of 2016, and we brought him home. Everything was fine, healthy pregnancy. When Cooper was around 5 days old, he started coughing just a little bit, sniffling a little bit. My pediatrician saw us in the office every day just to kind of check his breathing, listen to him a little bit, make sure everything was okay. That fourth baby syndrome, I guess. I just thought, oh, this isn't anything. This is just a little cold and he'll be fine. Didn't think much about it. She kind of started explaining to me that it is just a little cold, but with babies, a common cold is a very dangerous thing because their immune systems aren't built yet to fight against it. So it's called RSV. So on day 10, I noticed that he wasn't eating as well and just coughing a little more. And he had also started grunting a little bit when he was sleeping, just off and on, more so than normal newborn baby sleeping. So I decided I was going to call the after hours clinic, and we live near enough a big city that when you call our after hours pediatric facility, they send you to the children's hospital triage nurse. So I'm talking to her and she's asking me questions like, is he having trouble breathing? And I honestly didn't think he wasn't. So I said no. I said he's just grunting a little bit and not eating as well. And we've already been checking him for RSV. And she got kind of quiet and she goes, are you holding him? And I said, yeah. And she said, okay, I want you to stay on the phone with me, and I'd like for your husband to call 911 and tell them that you have a 10-day-old baby with RSV symptoms and labored breathing. Baby's first ambulance ride at 10 days old. Of course, as a mom, all the what ifs at that moment. What if I hadn't called? What if I would have gone to sleep? And, what if this would have gotten worse? We were there with really what still was considered a mild case of RSV for a 10-day-old. We were very, very lucky. Spent 4 days there, and Cooper was on oxygen, never really needed anything else. Got healthy, and we were able to come home, and just so grateful that it didn't go any further than that. That particular nurse, I never got to thank her. I never got to tell her, and I often wonder about her. Does she realize that she possibly saved my baby's life by being able to hear him on the phone and recognize that he was in respiratory distress, that he was having labored breathing, and that this was very, very serious. And we had some great nurses throughout the whole hospital stay, but that one particular nurse I'll never forget her. I wanted this story to be out there because I never did get to thank that nurse. And I want to thank all of you. Thank you all. Thank you for your commitment to your patients. Thank you for knowing what's right and what needs to be done. Even if it's sometimes having to tell a mom who's had 4 kids that she's wrong, that this baby does need some help. Just thank you for everything you do for your patients. No amount of thank you cards or snack baskets will ever be enough to let you know how much of an impact you have on your patients and their families. Happy Nurses Week.